football just means growing up, and I think like Eagle football really kind of started my process of going from like a boy to young adulthood. It taught me a lot about responsibility and work ethic, and I mean, Eagle football, especially here in Georgetown, I think really equipped me with everything that I needed to be able to realize my goals, realize my dreams, and then like have the courage and like the things that I needed around me to pursue them. So if you're going to be an Eagle football player, it takes a requirement of having like that GTDNA that y'all always talk about. And I think it just, like I said, being responsible, being attentive, taking things like serious. Because I mean, high school sports are, I think, one of the greatest opportunities that a young boy, young girl could ever have, and like, especially being in the town of Georgetown, being where we're at. Like you said, I mean, like there's something that you can recognize in a kid just by how he performs, how he acts, whether it's on the field or off the field, that proves whether or not he has that GTDNA. So I think I take it very personal. I'm very proud to say that like I grew up in Georgetown, and with the people that I grew up around with, to say that we all have that GTDNA that we take pride in. In the simplest way, I'd say Eagle Fight Never Dies just means like once you're an Eagle, you're always an Eagle. Ever since I was a little kid and Berkelback Stadium was down over by the rec center and we were running on the grass field, I remember being a little kid and I thought it was like the coolest thing, running out on the tunnel before like the game even started. If you're gonna be a EF&D type of dude, like you gotta represent it like the right type of way. Like you can't just say like, oh, I graduated Georgetown, it's Eagle Fight Never Dies. Like I think like there's definitely a standard of after you leave Georgetown, like I mean, being an Eagle it's a prideful thing. Like that's the best dang animal. I got an Eagle necklace on, you know, so I got a wing on there. So I think I take pride in it, and just Eagle Fight Never Dies. Once you become one and you live like one, man, like you want to live like that the rest of your life. It's something that carries on. So many freaking fond memories of Georgetown football as a whole. I remember my freshman year, whenever I was just like a card boy, helping out the y'all call plays and stuff. I remember being out there on the field my freshman year, and Coach Funk was like, Beau, he was like, this is gonna be you next year. He's like, man, he's like, you got a lot to look forward to. And I just remember like looking up in the stands, and I was like this is like what Georgetown football is about. Like I was like so hyped up and excited. And so like that was probably one of the first memories I have of like Georgetown high school football. But I think my best memories, man, just all the memories I have like right across in that locker room with all the guys that I grew up with. I mean, it's a really special thing to grow up and to play a sport that like you put so much into with like the guys that you grew up with. Because being at the next level, and once you get into college and stuff, you definitely start to realize that the higher level you get to, the more it becomes more of like a business than it is like the love of like what you started out with in the first place. So I'd say just being able to be with those guys that you started out with, that you grew up with, and you put that type of grind and work ethic, and with those guys that you've been around your whole entire life, I mean, there's nothing in the world that can compare to it. I'm Beau Corrales. I'm a former wide receiver here at Georgetown High School. Eagle Fight Never Dies.